You all support CPAC in America and all over the world, but I have a very special thing to say. Welcome to CPAC Mar-a-Lago. And now, a very special person, someone you all care very deeply about and appreciate, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Okay, ignore that sort of the screams, but that was CPAC chairman Matt Schlapp. That is after, yes, after allegations have emerged that Matt Schlapp groped a staff member of Herschel Walker's campaign. Yeah, that's right. Unwanted groping and pretty serious sexual assault allegations. So this is according to Roger Solenberger, who's writing for the Daily Beast, who spoke to a former Walker campaign staffer who alleged that Schlapp bought him drinks at 2 Atlanta area bars on October 19th. He said Schlapp later groped and fondled his crotch in a car during a sustained and unsolicited encounter. Of course, Schlapp apparently was trying to talk to the staffer about his political future, which of course is code for I'm gonna use my power to potentially put you in a horrible situation. The staffer described Schlapp, who had traveled from Georgia for a Walker campaign event, as inappropriately and repeatedly intruding into his personal space at bars. He said he was also keenly aware of that power dynamic with Schlapp, widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in national conservative politics. He said, quote, "It was a public space and I was thinking that he got the hint. I did not want to embarrass him, but it escalated." The staffer in his late 30s recalled that while he drove Schlapp back to the hotel, Schlapp put his hand on his leg and then reached over and fondled his crotch at length while he was frozen in shock, calling it scarring and humiliating. When they arrived at the hotel, the staffer said Schlapp invited him to his room. The staffer said he declined and left as quickly as I could. Now, what's interesting about this entire encounter is that this staffer also did what I think a lot of people sadly need to do, which is document what happened to them. So he actually took video of himself discussing what had taken place in order to have evidence of it. Now we don't have that video, but here is Solenberger again reporting. The man claimed he filmed himself speaking about what happened immediately after the alleged encounter to document it. Solenberger said he watched the videos, this reporter did, as did two people close to the staffer. Now, I don't really think it matters, but if anyone thinks it matters, Matt Schlapp is married. He has been married for 20 years. He has children. He is also now denying the allegations. I want to remind people that the party of the pedophiles, Democratic Party pedophiles, that party has consistently had issues with sexual assault. And not only that, but people high up, people in positions of power like Matt Schlapp. And for example, an ex-RNC staffer is currently serving 12 years for child pornography, people. That was last year. That was April of last year. We're just supposed to forget about that. Let's continue to talk about, yes, how the groomers of the LGBTQ community and the Democrats and the on and on and on. And yet here's the proof once again that the actual creeps are themselves and that it's an entire projection what they are doing to everyone else. But I wanted your thoughts, Waz, on this. I mean, I'm really stunned and also supportive of this man for coming out.
I can't say that I'm stunned by this. This is generally how abusive people in power behave. It's not that all people in power are abusive, but once you attain a certain level of influence and you can make or break people's careers, people who are inclined to be abusers are gonna do that, and they're gonna use their perch as a means to do so. And folks need to understand, like, somebody who's a staffer on Herschel Walker's doomed campaign, sucky as that job might be, those folks are true believers. You don't get paid a lot of money to do those jobs. They are trying their hardest to hustle and advance in their careers. Like it might be in service of political views that you or I don't share, but like these people bust their asses in these jobs. And somebody like Matt Schlapp is in a position to get you put on another campaign, to maybe even get you, a vertical move within that campaign and, sort of set you on your track. And the idea that he would use his position that way to abuse folks is sad. But I can't say that I'm surprised by the behavior, Francesca.
I think you put your finger on it. It is that power, and it is being not called out on it and not actually having to suffer any consequences. There are other allegations around Matt Schlapp doing similar things. Luckily, in this case, it seems that the campaign staff took this staffer seriously. The others in the campaign took him seriously when he told them about it. So his supervisors did take him seriously. So what had happened the next day was that this staffer was actually supposed to drive Matt Schlapp to his next meeting, his appointment in the morning, and he absolutely didn't want to do that. So at 7:26 a.m., this is farther in the Daily Beast article, Schlapp sent a text saying, "I'm in the lobby." This is a text message to the guy that he just assaulted. 1 minute later, the staffer called his supervisor, followed by a call with a senior campaign official. The staffer said the senior official was immediately horrified, pulled him off the driving duty, and instructed him to tell Schlapp in writing that he'd made him uncomfortable. So honestly, as much trash as we want to talk about the Republicans and staffers and the Herschel Walker campaign, these folks did the right thing. Tell him it made you uncomfortable. You do not have to drive your assaulter to their next appointment. And the staffer says that throughout the ordeal, he felt, quote, nothing but support from the Walker campaign officials, saying he never felt pressure and was given complete autonomy over how to move forward. The options included legal and therapeutic support as well as pressing charges. A senior campaign official told the Daily Beast that the campaign had no further contact with Schlapp after the incident. It did not believe Schlapp took them up on the private driver. I mean, the question is he going to press charges? I mean, if this staffer wants a future, I mean, who knows, right? He says, "Oh, everyone was great," but does he want, does he want a future in Republican politics? And does that hinge on him not actually saying anything?
It's tough. In institutions, whistleblowers generally don't go far. And you could name the institution if it's got an established history and an order and a way of doing things. People who tell do not go far. There's just an attitude or a feeling that this person is a tattletale, and any and everything that you might do in the future that might be, past the line or beyond the pale. Nobody wants that within their institution. People want to be able to behave badly, openly and freely. And so it's tough, man. I just hope that this person is getting the right emotional support. And maybe if they choose a different career, I hope they're able to get the type of support that allows them to move on in their life. Because I think that's what often happens in cases like this. We tend to fixate on, did Matt Schlapp get punished? Was he severely hurt enough? And a lot of times we don't even think about what might have happened or what might have become of the victim, and if they got what they needed in order for their lives to go in a way that they would like or that they thought was positive and progressive, right? And so I hope the victim is able to move past this, whether in this job or another one.
Absolutely, and more importantly, I also feel like Matt Schlapp should resign. He should resign. He should be afraid to show his face at Mar-a-Lago. Although, okay, that's a very, very, very low bar or high bar for the people who should be ashamed to show their face. Always end up at Mar-a-Lago. Hello, Bolsonaro. But like, where is the outrage? Where's the discussion? I mean, and again, this is where I feel like, and I know this has been reported by some mainstream outlets, but the question that everyone should be asking the Republicans, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kevin McCarthy, it should be like, oh, I'm sorry, what do you think about Matt Schlapp? should Matt Schlapp resign? Have you heard the allegations about Matt Schlapp? They should be made to answer for a leader in their party groping and assaulting somebody else. I'm sorry, like that's basic and common. And yet I feel like mainstream outlets just focus on like, no, let's go back to politics, we'll go back to the horse race. And it sort of washes over us that the Republican Party is full of predators. And again, like, yeah, the powerful gonna do what the powerful gonna do. Let's move on. No, that is the story. Are you going to clean house or not? Because you damn bet that if the shoe were on the other foot, Democrats would never be able to escape those kinds of allegations or holding their own accountable for them, which they do. And then what do Republicans do? They're like, "La, you admitted to it. You held your own accountable, you stupid idiot." We just deny. And then we tell you that you're the actual predators. You see how that works? It's brilliant.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.